Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Redskins going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Seattle Seahawks. On the carry there, it'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Operating from the gun, Thompson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 19 yards that time for number 19. Here's Thompson on 1st and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw again. Thompson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback is Hilduck under center. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Up to the 22.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
8 yards to go here on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. What? 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Hey, big drive right here. What? 380.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
That throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second down now after the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll look to throw. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down right around the 31. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Wilson. He's got his targets come. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Trip. You got 3.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Lynch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This is Ware. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call it a timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lynch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now a handoff as they run left side. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Franks to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. He'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. He's going to field this at the 4. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And the Seahawks on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Mike Bennett in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play. Give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And here come the Redskins now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They run it here. Where? And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. And some room to work. A gain of 11 and a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Second down, 8.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. the gun. Wilson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On the run, it's Ware. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They run again with Ware. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On third down, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Frank's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green,
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home.